So the Placebo Diet really is a program about how to sort your head out. And I use that phrase because that was the phrase that inspired me the most. So I used to have 3 health clubs, and within each club, at the end of the year, we would always do an Achiever of the Year award. And it wasn't always weight loss related. We had a few people who got strong enough to not be able to use walking sticks and other things. But most often, at least one of the 3 was someone who'd lost a lot of weight, using all the nutrition principles and the colour code system. So in the clubs, we used to have an Achiever of the Year, and sometimes it was weight loss, but not always. And there were some really amazing changes people made. So we had one guy who had polio and was told he'd never walk without sticks, and we put him through the right program and he was walking without sticks. All these amazing stories, but inevitably at least one, most years, was weight loss. And on this particular year, we had one lady who'd gone from a dress size 22 to 24 down to a 10 in about 18 months, using all of the principles in the colour code system. So she was one of our achievers, and the prize was really good. What we did, we had a stylist, we took them out, got them completely the best makeover possible. It was sponsored by Essentials, Tony and Guy. We had a makeup artist, new outfit, photographers, and we had this whole big celebration, and they had all these photos. And on this particular occasion, when we went shopping with the stylist, I said to this particular girl, go and choose what you think you'd like. And they all went and came back with what they thought as a start point for the stylist. And this particular girl came back with, and honestly, it looked like a single quilt cover. It was just shapeless, it was size 14, and it was just grey and black. And I looked at her and I said, you do know you're not fat anymore, don't you? And she went, I know, I just need to sort my head out. And I thought, I need to learn how to sort heads out. Because the best nutrition advice in the world, and don't get me wrong, the nutrition advice in this program is exceptional and it is so current, but it doesn't matter how good it is if you don't follow it. You need to be able to really make those changes literally in your head and sort your head out. So the next day I enrolled in a clinical hypnotherapy training, I did NLP, I did thought field therapy, I went on CBT workshops. I became like a sponge just trying to learn as many ways to help people sort their head out as possible. So that was about 15 years ago, having already been running weight loss programs for many years. And it really did take the program to another level. And the reason it's called the Placebo Diet is because so many people eat food believing it will make them feel better. So people will reach for a bar of chocolate thinking that will make me feel better. And it does because you think it will. And that's the placebo effect. And so many of us use food as a placebo to change how we think and feel. And it only works because we think it does. Neurologically, when we understand how our brain works, everything changes. Because you can't change how you think and feel just about food. Once you learn how your brain works and how to change it, you'll start using those techniques in all areas of your life. And one of my favourite testimonials anyway was a lady who came up to me and said, oh, and I said, oh God, you're looking amazing. She went, yeah, I've lost 2 dress sizes, but hey, listen, guess what? There was a job going at work, and 6 months ago I never would have applied for it, and I went for it, and I smashed the interview, and I'm now on nearly 10,000 a year more than I was before, and I never would have gone for that job. But I knew I could do it. And that's what changing your mind does. So I don't want to say I've got you here under false pretenses, but it kind of is, because if you're here just because you want to lose weight, then the potential for you to make so many other changes is enormous. And weight loss, as successful as you'll be, will actually not be the biggest thing that you change when you change your mind. Because we just are not taught how our brain works in school. We're really not taught. You know, I remember doing science in school and dissecting sheep's livers and eyes and all these other things that I thought was absolutely disgusting as a child. But nobody ever mentioned, and this is what happens in your brain when you think. And we really need to know that, because otherwise we just become the victim of everybody else's influence and everybody else's programming. And as you'll hear me say many times, it really is time to get involved and to change your own mind.